Good morning, good morning, good morning. How's everybody doing? This is not, let's see, about that. Yeah, what's going on? What's up, Elena? Barkney? Who's that? Is that Riley? Is that Jamie? It's Ryan.
Good morning. Good morning.
What's up, buddy? How you doing?
I'm good, man. How are you? Did you have your party
Doing well.
yesterday?
Party's today.
Oh my goodness, today.
Party is today, actually. So yesterday was like just running around the house, man, just getting it cleaned. Got all my meal prep done for the week, so I didn't have to worry about it today. Um, Set up the pool. Right now, I have it heating, so it'll be
Hmm.
nice and warm by the time everyone gets here. Got a good workout in the middle of the day.
You're in Southern California. Why is it cold? Why does it have to be heated?
Because the pool sits at about 60 degrees.
Got it.
So 60 degrees, other than children who, as we all know, are just batshit crazy. I'm probably one of the few adults that can actually go in it, and I can only go in it for a couple minutes, and that's like after I work out. So,
Sure.
you know, I went in there, and it's just like you got to sit there and just like, you know, it feels like an ice bath, even though it's not as cold as an ice bath. But yeah, so we heat it a little bit above 80.
Oh goodness, that's like it's like the idea of it's like are we cold plunging or are we trying to enjoy ourselves? Because we're just lying if we think it's both.
Yeah, because if it's not that hot, my wife won't go in it. She'll just be like, "No, thanks. I'll sit on the porch and or in the chair and watch you guys."
I
So
don't think you can blame her. That makes sense.
yeah, no, yeah. It's like we're confirming the Airbnb for next weekend, and that was like the first thing she asked. She's like, "Well, can you have them confirm that they can heat the pool, or um, what the pool temperature is going to be?" So even in Arizona.
Oh, you're going to Arizona next week. Are you meeting up with Brofit?
I'm meeting up with everybody in Arizona. There's
Ooh.
like Anne put me in a Arizona meetup chat, and we just confirmed our meetup last night. I woke up to a bunch of messages between Biceps and Brofit, and I think Snake Jake's out there. I think there's like 12 people, maybe 15 people.
Oh wow, that's so much more than I thought actually. Because I keep mentioning that I'm going to be out there in July, which you got to go. I mean, if you can go now, you can go then. Just to let you know. Just to let you know that, okay? It's a lot of time away
Sure.
though, because we got Chicago coming up, and we know that
Yeah,
was already a
July.
discussion.
July. I think I'm done. I told my wife yesterday. I'm like, you just tell everybody else that wants to go somewhere Dominic's not coming. You guys can have my family. So I think she's gonna take the kids to Tahoe with her parents. Um, yeah. So
How do you feel
because
about How do you feel about missing that, not being part of it? Yeah.
um yeah, it sucks, but at the same time we have a trip. Like I said, we have a trip planned next weekend to Arizona. Like it's just our family. We have a trip planned already in May for Mother's Day, and then we have a trip planned in June for Father's Day.
Oh, nice.
So
You guys are so good at that. You guys are. You
I'm
guys
looking at
are.
three family trips right now coming up, so we're good.
It's just your identity at this point. I feel like.
Well, my wife loves it, and the new friend group that we're with, they love it too. So, and then like what's funny is it just happened yesterday. Is my wife sitting there as a couple more messages come through about trips, and she goes, why is everybody doing this? And I'm like, honey, every time you're around someone, like you're talking to them about booking a trip. Like, so you've put it out in the world that like you want to go places, and now it's like coming. So yeah, we were pretty overbooked this summer. So I had to tell her, I'm like, no, you just gotta start saying no to people. Like it is what it is. Like if you didn't get in early enough, I guess. I don't know. I don't know how you do it, but that's how we're doing it this year. So we'll see. We'll see how it works.
You're winning regardless. You're winning.
Yeah.
Shout out to, I feel like I've been spending a large amount of my downtime and my important time over on the Chrome Bridge because I love hearing about everything that's been
Yep.
going on. And apparently, Dom, you are spending time there too, but we never catch each other because you just won a V2
I
yesterday.
am.
That's
I
amazing.
woke up to that. Or so yesterday, I kind of like unplugged a little bit because I've been doing the same. I've been like on the Chrome Bridge all the time. So I just unplugged because I don't know why. I think I tapped in the morning a little bit, a couple of shows, like a Chell's show, and the Chrome Bridge, and then I just like went to work, just cleaning the house and everything like that. Um, and I don't know, like hours of the day went by, and then I saw in the text message from you, and then I opened up Twitter again, and I'm like, my phone blew up a little bit because I don't have notifications on, so like none of that stuff goes through, and there's a reason for that. Oh, we're in a Chrome Bridge watch party. How nice.
Yeah. So I was trying to bridge us into the bridge a little bit because I had mentioned that I would love for us to be able to have these conversations with the community as well, because I think they're helpful. You know, they're helpful. They've helped, I think,
Mm-hmm.
us as a group. I think they've helped us individually. They helped us in so many different ways. And there's so many parents within the community as well. So I think getting everybody at least with the understanding of like what we're doing when you hear about either V dads or my daily dads, or you hear Dom's name or Blaze's name or my brother's name, Jason, or myself too. So we definitely want to make sure that we can support any parents that are out there. I know that, you know, my whole desire to get in touch with parents too, especially within this community, has always been the idea of confidence, right? Confidence in health, mindset, and connection. And Dom has been just a force in supporting that message from day one, whether it was you judging us for not knowing how to actually use X or Twitter at the time very well. And then Dom actually, as we were talking with more parents, Dom had brought up this idea of the Daily Dad by Ryan Holiday. And if no one can really see the video right now, I'm holding up the Daily Dad. The book is red, just so we can get some kind of picture in there. You know who actually I was on his, and I think you were in there too, Dom. I think you and I are just always hanging out in the same spot, so we just don't always see each other. But
Agreed.
Vintage showed me that he ordered the Daily Dad, and he had it. He pulled it out on stream, and he was like, "Hey, I got it right here." And
Sweet.
so
I
I
missed
think
that
it's like,
show.
yeah, I think I spent like $45 on a sticker that I don't even collect stickers, but I wanted to really support him. And I want my vintage originally owned what is it, barn owl. I think it'll definitely be a good thing to have. So, but yeah, I didn't want to take your thunder by, a lot of the stoicism stuff Dom has brought to the table, and it's been incredibly helpful for me, just like friend to friend, dad to dad, and I think that many people can really relate to it within our community too.
Yeah, there's so Ryan Holiday started off writing books on Stoicism. And one of the ones he wrote many years ago was The Daily Stoic. And so I do that. There's actually a companion journal which I like a lot. And I actually deep down I really hope he comes out with a Daily Dad journal, because I think it's a lot of fun. It's basically, so I have that next to me. So it's a journal, and it comes with just a question and an empty space for you to write. And so I was thinking, like, he could easily, develop those questions for the Daily Dad, and that would be a fun little companion to get people thinking about it. But a lot of the stuff that's in the Daily Stoic, the lessons in Stoicism, can really be applied to anything, but they can definitely be applied to parenting, relationships, and all that. So I think it just made sense to him to write a book more around parenting. He, had recently became a parent. He's got two boys, and they're out in Texas. But yeah, so it just made sense once that book came out for me to grab it, and I thoroughly enjoy it, and I think everybody would too. And I think, who was it that I was talking to? Oh, Jason brings it up all the time, and I think you do too. Is that like the book is called The Daily Dad, but it's helpful for all relationships. It could easily be called the daily marriage, the daily spouse, the daily, employer. Like These are lessons that can help anybody, the daily friend, in any relationship. A lot of them are, child based, like this one today about, being the creator of your child, but you could easily switch that to like the creator of your friendship, the creator of your working relationship, your marriage, etc. So I don't think there's a person that couldn't get value out of this book.
Yeah, and I think what is really nice is that he breaks it down. He kind of brings either historical figures or modern day figures and stories of maybe their parenting journey or how they've overcome or done something. Which I've always at the same time, you end up having some sort of I end up having some sort of challenging thought around because I think that it glorifies some of these more romantic stories of like, oh, this person had this hardship, but look how successful they are right now. And we should do what they're doing, or we should look up to it. And at the same time, it's like we all have those big challenges as well. And we might not be as successful, and we may have gone the opposite direction and really, really just didn't work for us. But regardless of that, I think it brings a lot of the thought to the moment and how we parent and what we can do. And maybe the time of it helping or working is not right now, but it is going to be down the road. Because I think even with this book too, I think a lot of the benefits have not come out the day of or that month, but they've, it's this non-linear journey. Just like if anyone's familiar with therapy, like therapy isn't linear. Like you go like as you pick at scabs and wounds and all this kind of stuff, like you bring up challenging thoughts and that you are now going to have to, get into them deep and then work your way back out. But eventually, you heal together. You bring it all together, at least, even if there's no healing that needs to be done. But Dom, you always do a great job of starting off with some sort of gratitude or bringing us back or reminding me to stop talking and to share some gratitude. Do you want to come back to that for a sec?
Yeah. For me, gratitude is always family centric around. Yeah, I've actually been struggling a little bit, like labeling it gratitude versus like me just recapping what I was grateful for yesterday. So it's been hitting a little different for me, and I'm not sure I'm not sure I'm liking it, but I'm okay with it for right now. My little gratitude journal or whatever is it basically just comes up with like, so I'm on the Pacific Coast. I don't know why I blanked on that word. It's 5:30 in the morning. So, I'll just basically in my gratitude journal, I'll write like, hey, I'm, grateful for my day yesterday, essentially. I'm grateful for every day I have. And this is the reason why I'm grateful for my day yesterday. And it basically, was it was just a good day, like a good workout, followed by a cold plunge in the pool, followed by just laying on the concrete patio and soaking up the sun and drying off. And that was that felt really good. Like everything about that. My son came out and laid down with me for a second. The dog was laying next to me because he loves to sunbathe.
Mm-hmm.
And then just the rest of the day was spent hanging out. Got to go to Bentley's basketball practice. He's improved so much in 6 months. Like it's just amazing to see a kid who, any kids like this, but like after putting 6 months in of practice on something, to see them going from like absolutely no ball control whatsoever, and he was crying the whole time because he just wanted to be next to his mom, to like just out there, has ball control, still kicks the ball every now and then, but like comes back, gets a quick sip of water, and then goes, "Bye, mom," and then just like runs off and back in. So it was just a good day. How about yours?
Man, that's so cool. I think it's amazing to watch your kid perform in a way where they're excited to do it, whether, their talent is top notch or not. That's so cool. I wanted to bring gratitude into a thought because it's helped me. I didn't realize it was. I was listening to something about journaling because I'm always like, I like journaling. I know it helps me. But one thing I really attached with Rose recently was this idea of just putting positive words on paper And the idea of you might not know what to journal or what positive thoughts to think of, because I run into those too, and they feel so redundant, right? Where it's like, okay, I'm happy for I don't want to say this because I know that Elena just put this down too, but I love Elena. She just in the chat, which we call the couch. Elena put on, her gratitude is happy, healthy family. That spring is here. Coffee is good today. And so sometimes I feel like I'm getting redundant around like, happy for my family, happy for my wife, happy for like all these kind of things. But it's true. Like you should say those. But if you feel like you're stuck, which I often do, just being able to associate yourself with positive words, and the more that you can think of those and write them down. So I have made myself a goal of writing down at least 5 positive words up to 15. I need those boundaries or I'll just keep going. But but 5 positive words about, and like lately for me it's been creative, it's been open, it's been happy, it's been motivated, it's been uh, 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 confident, right? So just like writing these words down is something that's been really good for me, because it's like I might not have the gratitude, but I can look for the positive side of it. So that's what I wanted to share right now. So if anyone is thinking about it, like there's so much research on the benefits of journaling, but that's what I had to do recently for myself. So Tom, when you said that it's challenging for you in the moment in whatever capacity, it makes me think like, yeah, journaling sometimes, like people think journaling is easy. I don't always think it is, but
Yeah, I think it's more of the daily, like you said, and I said, it feels repetitive. That's all. I have a question about coffee since I'm not a coffee drinker. So like Elena said, coffee is good today. What do you guys do when coffee's bad? Like, because I know there's a lot of people out there that like coffee, like Chel's, and I'm just thinking of like a couple of moms in my life, like even my wife, and I'm just thinking like the pleasure and the joy and the like, oh my God, that I see these people getting from coffee, like, and her writing that it's good. I'm like, because I know that you can make coffee bad, right? So does that like just fuck your day up like really bad? Do you
I
just
feel
like
like
throw it out and make another thing? Do you go to Starbucks? Like I don't know. How does that work? Does that really, yeah.
Elena share with us, and
Because this
I'd
is
love to.
always the same every can. Like every can, the
Uh-huh.
Celsius hits.
I feel a need to explain what people are saying. Dom is a Celsius fan. Dom does not like coffee. I think Dom hates coffee as much as I hate ketchup. So that might. But yeah, for sure, it is. Coffee just hits different on certain days, and it's like you can pour just the right amount of like milk or something else into it. It can just taste different. But like, I'll tell you one thing: whenever I do go to Starbucks, I'm usually unhappy only because the coffee usually tastes burnt. But
Hmm.
like, there is going to be, some days the same exact coffee can just hit different. That's all. So, but it's because habit,
Poor,
like like coffee, like
poor
there's like,
humans.
I feel like this gets into the conversation around the difference between taste and oh my gosh, what am I forgetting? I talk about this so often.
Nutrition?
Taste, no,
Don't go into nutrition, Ryan. It's another show.
no. Taste and flavor, right? Because like taste is like what you get right now in like the moment, but like flavor comes from everything else around you. So like the best example for me is like having coffee on a family trip out to the coast of Italy, right? Like you're going to taste that espresso. There's flavors, but there's smells, there's sounds, there's a feeling around that. Where like taste just itself can be absence of flavor, right? Obviously playing with
Mhm.
semantics, but that's how I
Gotcha.
always think about it. Uh, Dom, lead us
So what are you,
into the reading today, though.
the reading, the reading today was, I don't know, I felt it a little bit, maybe a little too, I don't know what the word is, like God complex, egocentric, like whatever you want to call it. Like it kind of like went a little over, like a little too high for me. Like I don't know that I would sit there and say, like, look at my family and kids and be like, yeah, I made that. Like, like I don't know. It just hit a little weird to me. but maybe I'm focusing on the wrong words. What did you think?
Well, I mean, I know I always say this, with each month, and sorry, it sounds like I'm like forcing these general ideas of everything we're doing just because I'm excited to be bringing some of this over to the Chrome Bridge. But each month has its own topic. And towards the end of the month, I usually feel as if some of these ideas are a little bit, again, redundant, kind of played out. And you're like, what else are we supposed to think about this? All right, we love our kids and all that kind of stuff too. But today was all about, making sure. I want to jog my memory a little bit. Where's it? 23rd. Um, Today was all about you are the exalted creator. Like, yeah, it is. It is a little bit much, right? And it's basically talking all about Dorothy Day. Dorothy Day was it's talking about this woman who's a Catholic activist. Of course, we're going to feel this way a little bit, right? But it's talking all about her doing the greatest things in her life. The greatest things in her life are never going to match the feeling of holding your child for the first time.
Yeah,
I
I
feel stuck
don't.
on that thought, but
Yeah, that part sticks with me too because so like I've held three children for the first time, right? But honestly, I don't know if it's just the way my memory works or what it is, but I couldn't tell you exactly how that feeling felt. Now, one of them being the closest one being 6 years away from me. Like I could tell you that it happened. I could tell you a couple of details, but I can't tell you that like I felt all this like, and maybe that's just I don't tie
I love
memories
that you're
that
saying
way.
this.
And that's something where like I like the last paragraph in there where Ryan kicks back in, like when my kids come run to me, because I walk in the door every day from work or whatever, or when I go inside now and they come down the stairs for the first time, like I remember all those things, but my memory doesn't work that way. Like I can't remember 6 years ago, 12 years ago, and 16 years ago, the first time I held my kids. I can't remember emotionally what that was like, and that being like the greatest emotional moment of my life. So didn't
Yeah, man.
hit.
It and I'm glad you said it. I kind of felt a little bit alone with this idea. And sometimes I feel like people can look at this and be like, well, what does that mean? Is he not like, does he not want to be a dad? But when when my kids were born and the first time I held them, I did not connect with my kids. I did not connect with the feeling. It felt kind of strange to me. It was almost like this. I felt as if it was my wife had just gone through all of this work, right? I watched it. I was there, and I was like, I don't deserve this. I don't like this. Isn't mine. Like kind of in that way. Obviously, inside I know everything. Like this is my kid. I'm gonna love this kid forever. That's gonna get there. But it was not this like I am so overwhelmed to tears where I like my world is changed right now, and I'm thinking all positive thoughts. I was thinking like, oh wow, like okay, cool, this just happened. But I like what Elena is saying over here on the couch. And if anyone wants to join, we can obviously take questions over on the Chrome Bridge. We can figure out how to make that work. But if you want to join the chat, Elena's in here right now, the Plush Garden, a great community member. But she just reminded us that at the end of this reading, it really talks about like, when your kid runs up to you for the first time, hugs and says, I love you. Like those are the moments that I connect with where it's like my kids became more of a human being. I'm so sorry if that doesn't sound right. But what I mean by that is like they are they became someone I could hang out with a little bit more, right? They were a more complex individual where now it's like I know when they end up having a hard moment, they come to me for advice or they come to me for comfort. And like those are by far the moments that I'll always connect with and remember more than I'll ever remember the first time I held them.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I mean, there's a lot in this book, and there's a lot in Stoicism around being present versus, being either backwards in time or forwards in time. And I know there's a lot of that going around in the world. So I think part of that might be that I've switched to that mentality, but I think I've always kind of been in it, just staying in the present moment as much as possible, not holding on to feelings of the past. Like I know that I know that at every moment I've like had love for my children and had pride for the things that they've done, but at this moment in time, I'm mainly focused on my kids at this current stage. You know, like to sit there and think like, oh, I wish my 16-year-old was six again. Like that's gonna do no one any good. It's just like I have a 16-year-old. So, and I'm gonna love her for who she is now and how and what she's doing in her life right now. Not sit there and say, oh, but when she was three, she was so like, of course she was so cute. She's my kid. But yeah, I think that so that's kind of a maybe why this one, I don't know, just went a little too far back, I guess, for me.
Yeah, for sure. I think it does. If I do have a dream of like being able to kind of take questions live if that was the case. But what I do have right now, I do have the Chrome Bridge open. And if anyone has a question, you are more than welcome to come up as a speaker. If
Whoa.
Jamie, I think that you're there right now, but Jamie, if you want to coordinate, if anyone kind of comes up, that would be great there. I don't know, Jamie, if I should come up as a speaker or it just if anyone has, if they connect with anything, if they want to share anything, gratitude, parenting, struggles, positive takeaways, whatever it really is. You know, I think Dom is like such a great guy here for advice if you end up having them, but we just love to be able to kind of talk about it if that's the case.
Yeah, I would say the easiest thing is going to be hit us in the comments, right? Like this is posted to all of our X pages, so hit a comment in there, or we could the Barkney comment section. So like the Chrome Bridge. What's funny is like as they go longer and longer in their Twitter space, the comment section gets wilder and wilder. You know, like it's like 300 plus comments in there, and like if
That's
you're
good.
some of them are like way out of time, you know, like the
Like
comment
three
will be
days
like
ago.
in hour two, yeah, like you have no idea the context of the conversation, so it cracks me up. I love it, like especially because I'll click on it just to like scroll through and I'll see like a comment I made like 3 days ago and I'm like, all right, what the hell was I talking about? uh, but anyways,
Yeah.
I love it, and I
Yeah.
appreciate them watching in or listening in. That's awesome.
Yeah, 100% I would love to, because like, you know what? I think the thing is, and I always say this too, like we're not parenting experts. We just happen to be going through it. We want to kind of build that platform for it. And you know, Dom has been such an amazing energy here for me as I needed to take some time off to get some things together around here. And Dom just held down the fort with my daily dads in the morning here. So again, Dom, thank you. Just throwing that out right now.
Yeah, no problem. I mean, you and Blaze had it for so long. I enjoyed it so thoroughly. You know, I appreciate that it's a smaller audience because it makes me less nervous being in
Oh
front
no.
of so many.
And we're streaming live to the Chrome Bridge right now to the
Well,
whole world.
I don't see that, so I don't know how many people are over on Crow Bridge. So like my nerves aren't jumping too hard. All I see is that it's just me, Ryan, and Elena right now. Like, you know, on StreamYard it says 28 viewers, but I never know who those people are, or you know, they don't comment. I think they're over on Facebook or YouTube or something like that. You know, who knows? But right now it's just me, you, and Elena.
I, you know,
I can handle that.
I love people that are always hopping in with comments, but some of my favorite people, because I've been there too, are the lurkers, like the people that are just they've just been listening in for a while. Because when they end up hopping in with like one comment, they'll bring up this you know, they kind of unleash everything that they've been feeling for some time, and they'll bring up some like really great idea or
Yeah.
topic that we've talked about, like, oh my gosh, I forgot we talked about that. That's so cool. I'm so glad that hit. And then it gives you this incredible feeling and trying to understand what we need. I think we may EBO. Do we have EBO? Do you want to come up? There's that delay. Can you hear that, Dom? Oh.
A little bit, but not enough. live simulcasting. Uh-oh. Ryan muted, so I'm just here alone. He looks like he's enjoying.
So this is the issue, and I don't know. This has been the challenge of figuring out how we can take these questions live. As we maybe it is if we go up on. I know is it better if I do this? Let's see this.
The way it has to be done, because like I've done this through the Chrome Bridge too, is like I don't think the Chrome Bridge minds, like, and they can speak for themselves, right? But when they're rating a show, like literally everybody needs to go and raid the show, like go on Whatnot and actually join the show. Like the Chrome Bridge isn't going to, go down or anything like that. They're still going to stay there. And then once the show's done or at any given point, you kind of come back into the X Spaces Chrome Bridge. So it's like if people want to join in, like you're going to come over here on Twitch and join us. And then like what'll happen with me and Ryan is we'll end the show and then we'll go jump on the Chrome Bridge. It's kind of the best way it's going to be. Simulcasting and the delays and the different audio, like you hearing them and me not, like it's going to be too complicated, I think.
Yeah, I did not anticipate the delay.
Yeah, because I've seen Jeremy try it and it's not working. If Jeremy can't handle it, we stand no chance. So it's just come on over to Twitch with us in the mornings for 20 to 30 minutes, and then we'll all raid right back to the Chrome Bridge.
All right.
But yeah, I appreciate you guys all listening. I'll see you all. And look at it. There's some people coming over. What's up? Mink, what's up, Gas Fairy? How you guys doing? But yeah, thanks for listening in. We're here pretty much every day at this time for about 30 minutes. So whatever time that is for you, it's 8:30 EST for Ryan, 5:30 PST for me. We're mostly here on Twitch. That's where you'll be able to chat with us, and it's easiest for us to see your comments and talk back. But yeah, see you guys later, right? You good, Ryan? Any last thoughts? You're on mute.
I'm so sorry. Thanks for popping on. Thanks for being open for the Chrome Bridge stuff too, and we will be able to talk with you guys tomorrow.
All right, see you, buddy.
Hey.